So the last time that we met, you guys had basically come to this cave and utilized its world-ending physics to enrich yourselves quite spectacularly. I don't know if you guys have applied your long rest, but you decided to take said long rest, and you are now in the morning afterwards. So, what do you guys want to do to start your new day?
Well, since I think we've done everything in here, right? We just need to go.
Yep. So, you guys basically came here because you were told that the elves and basically the non-humans were starting to evacuate Aqua Veda to escape the purging from the Red Paladins. So you've basically come here and they've told you that they are, in fact, getting ready to leave. However, they need more of an assurance that the Red Paladins won't attack them as soon as they leave the cave. So in order to help them, you will need to do something rather drastic to the Red Paladins and then alert them to the fact that it's safe for them to leave.
Can we not just escort them?
You did try to persuade them of that, however they are being pretty stubborn about this. They won't leave without absolute assurance that they're going to be safe.
So what is kind of drastic decision they want us to make?
They're leaving that in your course at the minute.
What do you guys think?
Guys?
I missed that last bit, sorry.
Which last bit?
The last bit that McKelly said.
He just wants to know what your opinions are.
I think we... my notes seemingly haven't saved from the last session that we did. I'm literally as where I was before that. Did we not say we were going to head back to the outpost? That was a plan, wasn't it? We were going to head back and then probably cause a distraction in Aqua Veda where these guys could potentially escape.
Yeah, that was basically what your initial consensus was, because you've also been told by Archer to expect contact from the king as well.
Yeah, well, should we just sort of get on the route back to the hideout, I guess?
Okay.
Okay, so if that's the consensus, you guys now need to navigate your way out of this cave. So who wants to try and leave first?
I will 100% be the first person to
Okay.
do.
So you take a step forward, or sideways technically, because you're on the wall. Give me a dexterity check.
Alright, give me 2 seconds. Get me some dice. That is 16.
Okay, so you now know what you're doing, so you basically somersault up to the ceiling, with the water raging in all the various directions that it shouldn't do, technically over your head. So now you can try and make your way to the entrance of the cave, which is here.
I am 100% all about this game. I had the most fun of my life.
Okay, so when you get to the entrance of said cave, give me another check.
Okay. Just normal dex again, yeah?
Yeah, normal dex save.
That one is 19.
Okay, and as soon as you reach this bit, you drop from the ceiling and you're able to somersault round and you land on your feet. A little bit wet, but other than that, completely unharmed.
Complete jazz hands as I hit the floor with a hoop.
Alright, who's next?
I will.
2
Okay.
seconds.
Right, so which route do you want to take?
Can I hop over to that elf there and then hop down to the entrance?
Yep. So just one dex save, please.
Sorry, I just put loads of incense on, and now my room is really smoky.
Is there any of the good stuff?
That's a 4.
Okay, unfortunately that's not enough. So you basically walk off here, thinking that you're going to be propelled up to the ceiling. Unfortunately, you've misjudged, and you are basically going to fall down to the ground, and you take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Oh no.
I stand up with my little elf ears really pink, looking at everyone around, be like, I meant to do that. 100% meant to do that. I was testing the gravity.
I'll see the gravity. I'll try to do your same steps.
Okay, who's next?
I can do it.
Sure. You just gonna do the same as Mariella?
Yep.
Alright, dexterity check, please.
20 total.
Lovely, you just simply matrix your way down to ground level and slurp it.
I wanna land literally next to Mariella. How you done?
Okay, Alumba will go next.
Fumbling his way out of the cave.
Okay, so he basically tries just belly flopping over here and completely misses, so he is going to take some damage after I apply his long rest. Okay, so 9 damage. And he's going to try and get over here. Failed again.
Oh my.
He's not having a good day. He takes 5 additional damage. Then he's going to take another step and get flung up to the ceiling. Failed spectacularly on that one again.
Okay, Alumba is half dead before we even left the cave.
Yeah, William have save.
Yeah, here we go.
Can I hop back into the cave to help him out?
Sure, give me a dex check.
Does a 14 do it?
Just, actually. That's literally borderline. So yeah, you managed to catapult yourself back up to the ceiling just as he does.
I'll give him the help action. Get out.
Okay, so...
In the reverse. Oh.
So he gets to there, so do a dex check with advantage. Which unfortunately still didn't help.
Oh,
He still
jeez.
crashes down to the ground and takes... Ouch. Another 8 damage.
How is he looking?
It's supposed to be the thing.
Incredibly battered, ironically.
I cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
That bad.
I rolled another 14 to get out of the cave.
Sure.
Again.
He can get back 9 points of healing. I did Cure Wounds at first level.
Sorry, 9 points, did you say?
9.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's looking a little bit better, but still a little bit battered.
The
Okay,
most better
so-
this orc has ever been is purely by this cave.
So then, Tordum is basically just going to waddle over with the barrel and is going to leap off, and she's now put. Fine, she just crashes down. No damage to her or the barrel, and all of you have successfully exited the cave.
Well, successfully.
Succeeded in that we are now all out.
Yeah, for now.
Okay, so where precisely do you want to go? you want to head back to the Alpha base, or is there somewhere particularly you want to head out to?
I think we should probably head back to base because we were waiting on word from the king, were we not?
Okay.
I think so.
Okay, so but you basically need to trudge through the mountains and then across open country, and basically get to the Alpha base location, which basically takes the best part of the day. Who is going to be leading this pathway, as it were?
I mean, who's the one for more survival in here?
Well, Tordum
I
gets a
have-
+4, a Lumber a +2.
I've got a +2.
Or plus two as well.
I have a -1 to survival.
So you stay on the back of the group.
I am here to cover the rear.
So it looks like Tordum is the best person to lead, ironically.
Go for it.
And
Follow the barrel, 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 follow the barrel.
And after
Oh, no.
all that, she still leads you astray. So
Oh, yeah.
okay, so but you do eventually make it back to where the Alpha base is, but it takes significantly longer than it should have done. So instead of the standard 6 hours, it now takes you 8, and you end up back at the Alpha base. As you approach the Alpha base, you can hear a strange sound which none of you have ever heard before, but basically appears to be somebody screeching into something which is making their voice significantly louder and more echoey, and it's basically shouting, "Okay, everyone, hands up! This is a raid."
Raid.
As you journey closer, you see in the area where the original Frank convention was happening, all of the Franks have been penned into a square and basically being searched by the Franks in suits.
I am so confused by this situation.
What happened now?
So one of the Franks, who for some reason is dressed up as a priest, comes over to you and says, "Greetings. Are you here to indulge in the effects of the party, shall we say?"
No.
What is happening with the Franks?
Oh, somebody made an anonymous call to the Frank police that some of the Franks might be dealing in drugs. It's nothing to worry about, I assure you. It's perfectly legal stuff in some parts of the world.
I'm just gonna fully agree with that and head to the Alpha base. Yeah. I just had a great time sleeping on a wall. I am fully inclined to keep enjoying my time and completely ignore Frank. Arresting Frank, well, risking Frank.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna go like, yep, that seems completely legitimate, and I'm gonna head over here.
Are the rest of you going to do that as well?
Actually, I'm gonna check on Baldwin first.
Okay.
Make sure Baldwin.
Baldwin appears unharmed. He's a bit fidgety because he's been kept up inside all day, but other than that, he seems unmolested, as it were.
All right. Well, with the comfort of that, now I'm going to ignore Frank and head.
Turek, what are you doing?
Okay. I think I'm just gonna stand still and just easily peacefully walk toward the entrance of the base.
Okay, Marilla, what are you doing?
Can I take Baldwin out and give him a little lap around? Like, just a couple of rounds the area just to stretch his legs and then take him back and then go back in to the Alpha base.
Okay. One of the Frank priests appears next to you and says, "I can give you an effective riding outfit if you like."
I'm good. What does the outfit consist of? Without putting it on me?
He doesn't have it in his hands, and he's like, well, it protects you in the areas that need to be protected, mostly.
I'm comfortable in these clothes, but thank you, Frank.
Okay, so Totem and Alumbra are going to come join you. So, Marilla, can I get an animal handling check from you?
Yes. That is a 17.
Okay, so this is the first time that you've sort of like ridden Baldwin in any definitive detail, so he's a bit wary of you. But after you like do a little bit of cantering, he breaks out into a full gallop and takes you on a full sort of like lap around the countryside. But it comes back to this location fully satisfied that he's had a good walk, and even like stoops down slightly to allow you to disengage from the saddle, as it were.
I give him a good little rub on the nose and I find an apple and he can have a little treat.
Okay, right. Right, I'm going to just put you all back. Okay, so you're back inside the alpha base, but Tordum's invisible butler comes over and starts making various hand gestures as if he's having just a bog standard conversation with you, but because he's invisible and doesn't actually have a mouth, he doesn't actually say anything, so you just see him making all these gesticulations, and you have no idea what he's saying.
Can we talk to the invisible?
Yeah, as far as you're concerned, it's basically Frank's suit just like standing up in midair and just doing various things.
I'm gonna lean round Kashan. I'm gonna go, we can't hear you, friend. If there's something up, could you lead us there? And just like see if they understand.
Okay, so the suit makes a little bow, turns abruptly 180 degrees, and leads you into the main lounge area.
I'll follow.
At which point you can see Finnan sitting on one of the couches.
Did you say Finnan?
Yep, Finnan the dwarf.
I greet him with a pretty sure you're not supposed to be in here. But hello, friend.
And you, Lord. And as for me being here, I'm Irish. I'm everywhere.
Honestly. But how do you get in?
By being Irish. But unfortunately, I've got more important things to do than discuss breaking and entering with you. We have some rather insidious news for you, unfortunately. Well, could be either fortunate or unfortunate. I suppose it depends on which way your allegiances lie.
How fares the capital?
So, how fares the...
How fares the city?
The city fares shittily. But the temporary peace, which, in all honesty, was just both sides gnashing their teeth at each other, has broken down into complete and utter conflict again. But on the plus side, we're now mobilised, so we now know what we're doing. But right now, all control is being rested in. So all the fighting is being focused in the crossings. We're on one side, they're on the other, so we're able to hold them back. And I must say, we're doing rather well.
So what's the plan?
Well, the plan has not been told to me, but I can tell you that the king has told me to tell you that he wants to speak to you. He wants to meet you tomorrow night at the Glen Shrine, just north of the city. You know where that is, don't you?
Do
Do you
we?
know where that is?
I was going to say, could you repeat that?
The king wants to meet you at the Glen Shrine, north of the city.
I don't feel like we've been in any Glen Shrine.
Okay, let me just bring up a map of the city. You're obviously not here, but this is the Glen Shrine.
Oh. We really should have done some more like local history while we were in the city.
Where's the shrine again?
Yep, so
No, don't worry, it's fine.
this
Wait.
area here.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Do
Let's
you
just
guys
say-
think it's safe for us to go in Aquavita again?
Absolutely not, which is why I think you should do it.
I'm always up for a trip back to the city. Got some things to sell.
I mean,
What do we do if the king wants to arrest us?
well, if the king wants to arrest you, then I suggest you fight tooth and nail to persuade him otherwise. But I will be remiss in my duty if I didn't pass along my king's wishes that as little blood be shed as possible. Personally speaking, though, I would quite happily just murder every red cloaked son of a bitch in between me and the shrine. But what do you say we let the Red Paladins decide?
I don't think it's the best idea. I mean, we don't have really good history with them, and vice versa.
Well, neither do I.
But I don't mind to give them a second chance. Maybe they want to redeem themselves.
Finnan lets out a hearty laugh at this. Yeah, maybe you could do that, and maybe the sun will shine as a big pair of tits in the sky. But you never know. You give
Sure, it's not everybody are like we and everybody else describes. Maybe not all of them wants to follow the Red Paladin Springs. You know?
Well, yeah, that is, as I say, that is a possibility. You are welcome to try. However, tomorrow night will come at tomorrow night, so whatever you do, be sure to do it quickly. Now, and he brings up a map of the city, so you can now sort of see this. The Red Paladins control this area. We control everywhere else. The King's Guard controls here. The Fjord that's loyal to the King, or at least appears to be loyal to the King, controls here, and we control up here. As you can see, you basically have to go through all Red Paladin territory in order to reach the other side of the city.
Unless we swim, right? Uh-huh.
You could. I mean, that's how I got here. And it's here that you notice that he is actually quite wet, and has basically just been sitting here for however long, just drying off in the air. However, if you were to do it during the day, during high tide, it's possible that you may be swept away by the currents. Now, the city's defence is designed so there are no crossings nearby. The idea being that if somebody wanted to surround the city, they would have to break off their armies into multiple pieces and have no chance of reinforcing each other. There is, however, one crossing that might work for you. Up in the north, near the base of the mountains, there's an old bridge that was controlled long ago. We broke it down whenever we made our northwards evacuation many years ago. As far as I can tell, the bridge hasn't been recovered at all. However, it's possible that there might be enough of it left for you to get across safely. But, as I said, my vote is for you to just simply break in through Red Paladin territory, kill the living crap out of all of them, and have a good hearty drink afterwards.
I do like that plan.
If it includes milk as a drink, I'm down.
I do like a good bit of milk, particularly from the And then he sort of checks himself and is like, no, probably best I don't say that.
A little nose and ears go bright red.
Right. So we either cross the city and probably it's gonna be the worst idea, or we cross this bridge that is really not well maintained.
Well, if we're planning to meet the king, perhaps we should consider the bridge. Keeping it quiet might be for the best.
And then we could leave through the Red Paladins.
I like the idea of going through them at some point.
I
We're
have
going
been
through
told
some-
lately it's okay to kill racist.
Going through them with the king's blessing might be a bit easier, though.
True. And we could get help then from the city.
Exactly. My thoughts.
Well, Lords, my job here is done. I shall bid you adieu and goodbye. I've got certain nectars to drink, shall we say. Good hunting, and may you keep your axes sharp.
1 second. No, don't go, don't go. You and your friends are gonna be around, right? If something goes wrong, of course.
Well, we'll be close by. But we are the king's guys, after all, despite our other ambitions. But we have to go where we're ordered to. So if that path takes you where we are, then all the better for us. If not, well, hope you die with a smile on your face.
Is
Encouraging.
Can I ask him before he goes what happened to the beacon?
So what happened to the what?
To the beacon?
Yeah, Tom's got it.
Torden's got it.
Yeah.
Oh, does she still got it? Oh, okay. Never mind. Ignore me. I thought someone take it.
Oh, and if we use the beacon as a distraction,
Well, that might be an idea. However, we don't know how the beacon works, when it works. Might throw it into the water and nothing happens. Feel free to try. We need all the information that we can get.
okay.
Me myself, I've never been much a fond of magical weapons or magical devices. They have a tendency to blow up when they're in your pocket. I know several of my guys who have lost both their arms, part of their eyes, both of their legs due to magic. Do you know what
We got it. We got it.
Do you want to know what I called them?
Ed?
Close. Larry.
Fair enough.
Now, if you excuse me, I have other business to attend to.
Well, good luck.
Okay, so he heads up, and you hear the sounds of like the door opening and closing, and then silence as he departs. In front.
Well, guys, I was thinking. That reminds me. Long time ago, when I was living in the temple, if you wanted to go unnoticed around the temple, you just camouflage yourself. Let's say it was rather dark over there, of course, but nothing there. Red cloak won't do, right? If we want to just go through the city.
So I missed part of what you said.
Basically camouflaging ourselves to go through the city. What we need to find is just some red cloaks.
I would prefer not to wear a red coat, but I could be your prisoner. I'm really good at being quiet.
Ilumba stands proudly next to you, as am I. With my +1 to stealth.
What do you guys think is the best option then? Just go through the mountain and through the bridge?
But what do we do if the bridge is in complete disrepair and we can't get across? Then we've just wasted time.
Torden comes over to you and says, I can cast catapult. Because that worked.
Last time you did that, Totem, you threw me against a tower wall. It kind of hurt.
It still worked though.
That is true.
Then Frank comes over to you and says, "You could wish to be on the other side of the bridge."
I'm not using my last wish on that.
Oh. He goes over to Kashan. Somebody else could.
This be BRB.
Well, how about you, Muscles?
Muscles. This is all fat. Anyway, well, it might be an option, yeah. But I guess if we really, 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 really desperately need you, we will let you know.
Oh, promises, promises. I like a good bit of desperation in my men. He just bids.
Yes.
Okay, guys, is that the consensus? Using the bridge to the north?
Let's wait for David to come back and then
Yeah, sure.
we-
Does everyone want to take a drinks break then?
Yes, I'm gonna take my vape because I forgot my vape. So, David, we've been waiting for you for a decision to make all together.
Oh, what were we deciding on?
Either we go through the city and we find a solution, or either we go through the bridge and we find a solution.
What involves the least amount of water?
Technically the bridge, I guess.
Yes, but you've got the location of where the bridge is. So bridge can technically mean safe crossing. But Finland has told you it's in state of disrepair. Stop it. Or you can try and break in through the city.
I mean, I think that it might potentially be best to go for the bridge approach and meet the king quietly
Okay.
before we start fighting our way through the city.
Alright. I'm just
No,
logging
I mean-
nicely into Roll20
Sky leads
and
temple.
hope the cat doesn't eat the computer.
Does this place have some ropes, or do we have some ropes?
Would it be better if I sat over there and kept the plug
I
on?
believe I have some rope in my backpack.
Maybe.
We can, like, use ropes to help us each other if someone falls in the river.
Well, as part of your adventure packs, you should each have about 50 feet of rope.
That's a thing.
Yes.
Yep, 50 feet. Julio.
Okay, and maybe tie her ankles up.
Okay. Right, Nat, can you talk?
Hello.
Right, can you hear Nat as she talks?
Hi.
Yeah,
Yep.
hello.
Right, okay, go. Okay, so do you guys want to head out straight away, or do you want to wait until morning and then head out?
That was tomorrow night that we're supposed to be meeting him, wasn't it?
I mean, we can wait here for tomorrow, right?
I was going to say, how long will it take to travel?
True.
Judging from Finnan's instructions, assuming that nothing specifically lengthy occurs at the bridge, you should be able to get to the bridge, cross, make it back to the city in sort of like a 4 days travel.
So
1.5 his Stordrum is guiding us again.
Yeah, so basically, if a dragon was to attack you at the bridge, then you wouldn't get there in time.
Dragon.
Why does it sound like you're gearing up to send a dragon at us?
Because I'm not that obvious.
it's actually just Frank with wings.
Oh no,
Now you
that might
mention
be
it.
worse.
Alright, so do you guys want to take your long rest then?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose Alumba's the only one that really needs it, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then people using spells as well, right?
Yes, and then people will get their spell slots back and stuff. Okay. So you basically head outside, and for some reason, it appears
Have you
that.
shared the map?
Hold on.
Okay.
For some reason, it appears that a number of the Franks put. Let's put onto this page now. For some reason, it appears that a number of the Franks actually tried fighting back against the raid, and bodies are now being piled onto the bonfire to be disposed of.
Frank, what did you do?
I'm just going to approach the priest Frank again and ask what exactly seems to be going on.
Oh, nothing's happening here. Nothing that could be used in court. And one of the Franks and suits come over to you and say, I believe that's my line. Please do not commit copyright infringement.
Okay.
If I may present you with some legal advice, sir, I'd advise you to move along.
Oh, don't have to tell me twice.
Have my spoon.
Precisely.
Take my spoon then.
Very, very, very good, Frank. Carry on.
Okay, so... So, this very artistically drawn river, which I've done for you here, is basically what you would need to get to cross. You're already quite north of the city, but you basically need to go that way in order to get to where Finn's told you to go. It is technically right next to you, but because of the terrain features, you would need to basically take the long way around.
Okay, off we go.
Right, so who's leading?
Not Tordrum.
I've got -1, so probably not best for me to be.
I have +2.
Can we make Mariella lead and give me some advantage for it?
Sure, so two of you can do it. So, Marilla, if you want to do a survival with advantage.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. That's a 20.
Alright, so...
Not natural. Unnatural 20.
Okay, so you make the journey without any problems to the point that you actually save yourself some time. So about 4-ish hours later, you end up here.
Fuck. Big pile of corpses on the left.
Can I do a quick investigation and
Yeah, sure.
give a look over the situation here? Oh, I got plus 0. All right, that's 17.
Okay, so first off, you determine that the gap in between the bridges is about 50 feet. But you do have noticed that the aspects of the bridge haven't been simply disintegrated or anything like that. They've fallen into the river and are actually causing shallow points in the water.
Okay, so is it possible to cross through the shallow areas?
You would still need to swim in the case of Morella, Tordum, and Turek, but you and Alumba would be able to wade through.
Can I ride on Alumba's head so I don't get wet?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm going to sit on Alumba's head.
I will. I'll inform the group that we can make a crossing, but we will get wet.
I want to giggle to myself and I want to walk away from the shallow bit and get ready to cross in a second.
Okay, this seems edgy.
I want to wait for people to start crossing before I do what I want to do.
Are you
Okay.
gonna use? You're gonna...
It's not like somebody has a create or destroy water spell.
That's exactly
Oh,
what I
that's
was
I didn't
just
even
thinking.
think of that.
What were you thinking?
Give me 5
I was
as
gonna
well.
like let you guys struggle when crossing, and I was just gonna use water walk and cross over. You know what? That's a better idea. I'm gonna be like, hang on, guys. And I'm gonna go.
I was just gonna sit on Olumba's head and just stare at Morella.
Look, I'm not with it. I'm
You
gonna...
could have been like, I could cast a certain spell for you if you give me a certain amount of gold.
Morella's not that horrible.
I'm gonna cast Destroy Water over the area so it's like
Right, so where do you want to
So-
center the spell?
the
The darker areas are
yeah.
where the shallow points are.
yeah. I'm gonna turn to the group. Would if I cast it on a deeper area, would it cause that entire area to dry?
But it would
I can
evaporate all
destroy
the
10
water that's there.
gallons.
However, but if you did it in a shallow area, then the deeper areas would flood into it, so it would then become. It would then fill up quicker. But if you were to put
Okay.
it in between the two shallow areas, then it would take a little bit longer for the water to come back.
I will do that. So then, hopefully, there's enough time for everyone to walk over without getting damp.
I'm still gonna stay sitting on Olumba's head,
Okay.
just in case.
Can a normal person jump?
That's a good question, actually. Never actually thought about that.
Yeah, because I'm looking to inside D&D Beyond, but I can't find anything that says how long we can jump.
I assume jumping is the same as your movement.
It's based on your strength stuff, isn't it? I'm
Okay.
sure.
Jumping. Your strength determines how far you can jump. Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover the number of feet your strength up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you move only half that distance. Either way, each foot you clear of the jump costs a foot of movement.
So if I have 17 strength, does that mean I can jump 17 feet?
Yeah, that's how I'm reading it.
How it sounds to me. Jeez. I mean, that's a pretty long jump.
But because Turek is a
Monk.
monk,
He does,
I
like,
believe
special-
he gets.
The triple or the quadruple, something like that.
Your jump distance is doubled for that turn in exchange for but a key point.
Double. So how much can I cover? Just in a theory.
Your strength is 12, so you'd be able to cover 24, so you get about halfway.
Oh, fuck's sake. Alright.
I mean, if Morella's destroying water, we should have an easy enough time crossing.
Yeah.
So,
Alternatively, a lumber would be able to pick you up and throw you.
Catapult!
Oh, we're doing a duck, huh?
how we doing this, guys?
I can destroy the water.
That seems like the easiest option. But I am fully prepared to help throw someone.
I was prepared just to leave you all and just walk over. I will stand at the edge
How,
and cast Destroy Water on the area so we can easily get across.
Seems like a great idea. I will meow across the board.
Okay.
Full sprint.
So as this happens and you reach the other side, a massive hand reaches up from under the bridge and grabs hold of this bit. Not specifically at you, but basically uses the bridge to pull itself up. Bear with me.
It's a troll bridge.
And you hear a series of groans and sounds of bewilderment. And finally, a massive, disgustingly wet creature emerges from underneath the bridge and looks at you with a look of utter hungoverness. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
My, you're an ugly one.
Yeah. Does anyone here speak giant, by the way?
I don't know.
I do.
Oh, they're speaking to us. Ah.
I speak giant.
I don't.
What the hell?
Okay, so
Part of that's part of my room night.
Okay,
No, but you know what I do have?
a mace.
No, I actually have the spell tongues prepared.
Someone was prepped to speak to people.
I know.
Imagine that.
Okay, so what does?
The spell grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says. So I can high five or smack the guy on the head, and we'll be able to everyone within everyone who can hear it can understand them, and it lasts an hour.
Okay. Alright, so you guys try and attempt to touch this thing. Bear in mind how disgusting it is.
I'm gonna reach gingerly out and be like, "Can I high five your head?" And then I'm gonna high five the head.
Okay, so if you do that, do you need to do anything in order to for it to happen?
I have a small. I have a spell components pouch, so I just slap them on the head. Well, not slap. It's like a gentle tap.
So the troll takes like a step back and is like, "What the? Why would you do that? Do you have any idea how immaculate this stench is? Do you have any idea how long it took me to get this?"
Can I just throw a sting bomb?
Ruined it.
Anyway, what are you guys doing? Why are you disturbing my bridge?
I mean, not much
Bridge.
of a bridge. You know,
A
kind of
bridge
tatters.
here?
I
Yeah.
can see the end of two bridges.
Yeah, my bridge. It stretches from over there to over there. It's my bridge. If you want to
Doesn't
use
stretch.
my bridge,
That's
you need to
not
pay
bridge.
my toll. Because if I can't get no tolls, then I can't get the trolls any bacon rolls.
Stinky cloud.
By where it covers, do you mean from like here to here? Because it definitely doesn't reach from here to here.
Okay, unfortunately, Tordum has decided to cast Stinking Cloud on...
Well, he complains he has no more stink, so I put stink back on it.
Okay.
That should make him happy. He wants to be stinky again. He can be stinky again. It's fine. I'm not talking to you, baby. You can blow raspberries all you want in that buggy.
Okay. There we go. So he is now the centre of a stinking gas cloud. He,
So
ta-
it's sparkled again.
he takes in a deep whiff of it and is like, now that gets the blood pumping. And you can see by the loincloth that he's wearing, he's also quite happy in other ways.
Is the gas cloud flammable?
What was that?
Is the stinky gas cloud flammable?
I have some polymorph thingy that means I can choose not to affect other people.
He wants to know if it's flammable.
No.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I was going to potentially breathe fire at it. Alright, out of sheer curiosity, what's your toll?
I don't know. What do you have to offer?
Well, if I said nothing and walked away,
You have any fish?
No, but I can offer you some meat instead.
What sort of meat? I quite like the taste of dwarf at the minute. But then again, I do have a nice taste in my mouth for a good bit of gnome. Maybe even an arm of a tabaxi.
But
be a bit
you ever tried a nice veal instead? They're quite succulent.
Veal, you say? Is it human? I do like eating humans.
Yes.
It's very well prepared human. Very expensive.
Why is this expensive? Sounds foreign. Sounds English.
It's a horrible expression.
Well, then it sounds like the sort of thing that I'd like. Give it here.
Yeah. I just throw some piece of meat that I have in my inventory. Well, there are 4 I have in my inventory, but I don't. So.
So he basically just catches it, and it's basically like the size of a small slice of meat in comparison to on him, in comparison to how it would look on you guys, and so it's not really much, is it? An appetizer maybe, and he eats it in one bite.
Well, surely you didn't ask for a full portion of it, so here we are. We're good for a bye-bye.
Is that you walking away?
Yep.
Okay, so a lumber is going to go with you.
If you go by anyone, they'll be able to understand you, so don't be mean. And I'll walk away.
I give a grunt in giant as I walk away.
Hang on. You think it's easy maintaining a bridge like this? I've got expenses, you know. I've got to pay my way in society.
You've done a pretty bad job of maintaining it.
I didn't say it was a good job or that I'm good at it, but it is my job and I do it proudly. So you need to give me something substantial in order for me to let you pass.
Technically, we are already past, so I guess we're good. Right?
Okay, so Frank takes that moment to appear behind you. Was that? Do you wish to be wished across the bridge yet?
No, but I just thought of a perfect idea. Frank, come here for a second. Come meet my friend.
Oh no!
What do you do?
Oh my god, he's filthy, isn't he?
Apparently in more ways than one, Frank. He wants to be your friend.
Just imagine what I could do with those legs. So what's your plan?
I'm going to gift you to him. I tell the troll that he can keep Frank, and I walk away.
But darling, what am I supposed to do? And the troll just grabs him and then just pulls him underneath the bridge.
You do what you do best, Frank. Thank you for the assist.
We don't want to know.
But darling, if you want to get in that, you need to wish for it. You hear as he just as you disappear down the road.
I take a brief moment to pause and wonder whether or not we should be concerned that the troll might make wishes. And with that thought, carry on down the road.
Okay. Right.
No,
Okay.
what did we do?
Okay, so you successfully made it across the river with your morality in some state of disrepair, unfortunately. So do you just want to head back down to Aggravator now?
Yes, please.
Okay, give me a sec. Okay, so you guys are now over here. You've never visited this part of the city before, but this appears to be the agricultural aspect of the city. As you start making your way down south, you're immediately greeted with vast, fertile fields filled with livestock, crops that are in the final stages of growth, so just about to be harvested. It's a very different view of Aquavada than what you have been treated to in the past. It's very clear that this is the area of Aquavada where all of the attention has gone to. So as you make your way down the road, you can see farmers at work, and there's almost this tranquility about it, to the point that you could probably forget that there is technically a civil war going on. However, this doesn't last very long. After just a few miles, you suddenly get views of farms that have been set on fire, places that have been destroyed. People are just taking shelter along the road, and eventually you come back down to the city. You can see this. It doesn't take you long to see that there's still smoke rising from the city, and you can hear the sounds of distant combat.
Suppose we should head a little bit further down, see if we can see what's going on.
Okay. As you come down this road, you can see the Glen Shrine from here. You've been able to see it for quite a while because it is effectively a mountain put next to the city. You have seen it before, but you've never really taken much notice of it. One worrying thing, though, is that you don't encounter any guards or soldiers on the way down this road. You can see a watchtower, which is very clearly abandoned, overlooking the city, but as far as you can tell, there's no activity going on aside from these sounds of combat.
These sounds of combat sound like they're inside the city? Or?
Yeah.
What sort of time are we at?
So it's been about 6-ish hours. So you've got say another 4 hours before you need to meet the king.
Should we maybe investigate the fighting perhaps?
How about we stay away from the fights? I don't want to encounter any before the king.
I mean, we could head for where the sort of meeting place is. So that's up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would we be able to get a better view of things that might be going on from up there?
Very much so. The hill stands taller than the city walls, so if you were to go up to the top of it, then you would be able to see everything from there. You can basically tell that this shrine could technically double up as a command post for anybody wanting to lay siege to the city.
Okay. I mean, should we head up the hill then, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a moment with this, guys, because this was originally going to be a dynamic lighting place, but if you're going there during the day, then you obviously won't need that. Dynamic lighting off. Okay. Okay, so as you arrive, you can tell that this that the king and his guard are obviously clearly already here. Two royal guards are flanking the entrance to the glen pathway. And just for the sake of just travelling around, each square is, at this moment, 10 feet.
Okay. Quite a long way then. I suppose I'll approach the guards and say that we're a little early, but we're here to meet the king.
So, this guy basically steps over to you and says, "You're supposed to come at night."
Well, we got here a little bit early.
Alright, very well. Head up to the top. The king is dealing with other business, but I'm sure he'll still see you. You weren't followed, were you?
Unless there's a troll, but I'm pretty sure you'll see him coming.
Troll? Watch out, we didn't meet any troll.
Alright, very well. Head up and just be careful. There's underground rivers here, and there's cracks in the earth as well. So just watch where you step.
I can destroy the water. It's fine.
Can you repair the earth?
I could create water to fill the gaps.
Let's maybe hold off on that.
You can cast Cure Wounds on the cracks.
Does it work?
I will begin my ascent.
Okay. It's a very, very steep ascent, to the point that in some places you're having to effectively crawl up on all fours. So can I get athletics checks from all of you, please?
Yes, sir.
Athletic.
Athletics.
Nice.
That is a 23.
Whoa, that was an unnatural 20 for me.
Jarek?
20 as well, unnatural.
Lovely. And that's also what a lumber got. And he's also still carrying Tordon on his head.
Okay.
Okay. So you basically get to this part of the glen, and it basically turns around a corner, and you can hear the distinct sounds of very fast-flowing water coming from underneath you. And as you basically look over the edge here, you can basically see a very rapidly moving waterfall. It's just bursting out of the earth and then going down into a pool, and then apparently not flowing out anywhere after that.
This makes me super curious. But this is
Well, guys, that might be our escape route if something goes wrong.
If these things lead somewhere deeper underground, do you think that might be where the people might be being held? You know, those guys that keep reincarnating. Guy said there was only lights from the ceiling and it was dripping everywhere. Cabin was in lots of pools.
Yeah, but that was up north, right?
You don't
I didn't know where it
you
is.
don't have any idea as to where this might actually be, simply because that is the only description that you were given.
We didn't get an exact location. I'm now just super curious that this
Hmm.
pool clearly goes somewhere. But maybe that's something for later.
You could ask the king.
Maybe. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Shall we continue our way up?
Yep.
Okay, so you get to here and you can see that the pathway goes in two different directions. You can either carry on the way you're going, or you can explore this part.
I mean, we have some time. I would definitely be inclined to explore like this place, especially with the curiosities I have about what might be underneath it.
Yeah, no, I feel rather nervous myself. So.
Okay, so as you move in, into this area, the sounds of rushing water become much more louder. But can I get dexterity checks from anybody crossing this crack in the earth here?
Natural 20.
That's 18 from me.
I don't know what I'm adding.
Just dexterity check.
21.
Okay. And a lumber. Okay, so everyone manages to just like cross this without any problems. You are able to look down, however, and it's down through this crack, and a massive cavern is underneath. And where the light is sort of shining down, obviously obscured by your shadows, you can see, again, as I said, a massive cavern, and then in the middle of this, directly underneath where the hole is, a big red tree is growing.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
I'm sure there must be an entrance somewhere inside that cave.
If you want to give me a nature check, please.
So 13.
So what was that?
13.
Okay. But you do know that, by nature of caves, they probably have what would be an entrance and an exit. However, you do recall that that doesn't necessarily need to mean that there's something on ground level. For all you know, this could be the entrance to the cave, and you might need to abseil down.
Ooh. How deep is the cave, roughly?
I'll go from your original nature check. I'll write this down somewhere. Right, so it's a good 60 feet down. And then the tree itself is on a raised bit of earth. So calculating that, as well as the initial drop, you're looking at about 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if you do go down that way, you will need to prepare specifically to go down here.
Yeah.
Before we make a decision on that, do we know anything about this area? Do we know if it's sacred or religious in any ways?
You can give me a religion check to find out. But Kashan, if you want to do that as well, being sort of knowledgeable about this area, and Lumber will do one as well.
Religion, you said?
Yeah.
I don't have anything, so it's 13.
Okay, Lumber got a 6. What did you get, Marilla?
I got a 11.
Okay. Unfortunately, none of you are able to determine whether or not this place bears any do not trespass aspects to it. But you do get the impression that because it is a shrine, you should probably get someone's permission before you start digging it up.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay, do you want to carry on where you are, or do you want to head the other way?
Is there anything we're like over here?
Okay, so you can see another one of those fast-flowing waterfalls. The water is basically flowing out of the earth and directly into this pool, but it's very specific. Like there's no residual splashing around it. It's going into this pool as if someone has specifically aimed this waterfall to go into this pool.
Can I investigate?
Yeah, give me investigation.
I'm bringing out the good dice from the couple of weeks ago, seeing if that does anything for us. That is a 16. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Okay. But you don't notice anything more about the pool, but you basically look down into it, and the pool itself is just black because it just goes so deep down. You do, however, notice that here appears to be a wooden lid of some sort.
A wooden lid. I mean, 100% go and investigate the wooden lid. Does it seem to lead anywhere? Can I tell what it is leading to? Or
Okay, but from here you can basically tell that it's a lid of a chest. It's very specific. It's got that roundture to it, and it basically seems to be something that was in the process of being buried. Then whoever was burying it then had to abandon it, and it hasn't been touched since. There's a great deal of moss growing on it.
I guess I'll attempt to open it.
Okay, it is locked, so you will need to break it open, as it were.
Sure. Would you like me to give you any sort of checks?
Depends on how you want to open it.
Well, can I see like what it is? Can I try and like sort of like remove some of the moss from it and see sort of like how it's locked? Like, is it like a
Just one of those
padlock or-
standard padlocks that goes. Basically, you've got the lid. The lid then has like a metal flap on it, which goes through a ring, and then through the ring is a padlock.
I mean, I'll try and bust the padlock first of all.
Sure, give me a strength check.
That is 19.
Okay, yeah, you managed to break it open and pull the lid open. So there's basically appears to be the contents of somebody's worldly possessions, not as opposed to anything specific for the purposes of treasure keeping. So you can see that there's a bunch of clothes which have been eaten away by moths. There's a small pouch of gold coins, which comes to 15 gold.
Always nice to have some extra currency.
And then there are two bottles that are in this chest. One of them has a cork that has a wax stopper on it, and then another one is an actual potion bottle, in that sort of laboratory shape, as it were. So the bottle that has the wax stamp on it, do you want to give me a check on that? Because it doesn't actually have a label on it.
Yes. Just a normal investigation.
Yep.
Oh, that's a 3. I don't
Okay.
know what this is.
Okay, so you're unable to determine that. So if you want to do the other potion.
I'm going back to my other dice. That was just a 9.
Okay, unfortunately you're unable to determine what that is. However, it does have... I'll see if I can send you a picture of it. No, unfortunately not. But yeah, it's just a bog standard glass vial that has a transparent liquid in it, but you can see a fingernail floating in it.
Great. I mean, that doesn't seem like something I'm going to play with just yet. I might.
The fingernail itself is actually quite large, possibly about the size of your forearm.
That's not a fingernail. That is a talon.
Okay.
That is
The
quite
bottle
large.
itself is quite substantial. Yeah, think like the sort of like water skin size of a full day's drinking water.
Oh man, okay. I mean, is there anything else outside of this chest other than the sort of like tatter drags?
No,
No.
but there's a couple of but walking sticks, a couple of bed rolls, some cloth. But other than that, those are the only useful items that are in there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll take them with us. I'm not going to sort of pop any potions just yet. I might give it to our resident cleric and mage and see if they can have any better luck identifying things.
Okay, Marilla, if you want to do two investigation checks, do you want to investigate them?
Yeah, I sure will. Investigate. That is a 10
Mm-hmm.
and a 12.
Okay. The 12 was enough to identify the large bottle. It is a potion of frost giant strength.
Oh wow. I'm gonna pass it back to you, Kashan. I'm gonna be like, this would be awesome,
Okay.
I think, if you used it. It's a potion of frost giant strength. And this one, I haven't a clue. I think we should ask the wizard.
To the lizard.
The lizard wizard.
Okay, so investigation.
Totem, sniff this. Tell me what it is.
Okay, unfortunately, she got 11, and she basically says it smells like not poison.
All right, good start. We'll keep it and use it on a lumber later.
So Lumber comes over. You called my name?
That's fine, buddy. You just, yeah, that's okay.
Okay, is there anything else you guys want to do?
Not sort of from here. I don't think. I'm not getting anything from the pool to investigate the mossy chest. I don't have any sort of further plans. I didn't really have that many plans coming into here anyway. I
Okay.
was mostly just curious and killing some time, same as Wario.
Okay, so you're heading over to the meeting place with the cake man.
Oh yeah.
But are you still keeping the other item, or are you did you actually give it to Tordon?
I'll just say that I left it with Tordon if she says it smells like nut poison.
Sure. Okay, so you go back onto the original path, and you can from here, because you have to go back uphill again, quite steeply. You can see the glow of torchlight in comparison to like the normal light of day. As you reach the top of the hill and back onto level ground, you can see that a number of palace guard are standing here in front of the stone monuments which circle the top of the hill. Right in the centre of this circle of monoliths is a perfectly square and flat stone table, lying on which is a human skeleton, which has apparently been there for some time.
So it's not a lion.
Unfortunately not. I was wondering if anyone would get that reference.
Where is the lion?
Okay, so the palace guard comes over to you and says, state your business.
King sent for a meeting. Though I apologize, we are a bit early.
Indeed. Wait here. So he goes over to the far side of this area, where a group of palace guards in slightly more decorated armour, you can probably guess that these are captains, are standing next to the king. After a while, the king nods. Guy returns to his position. And the king then comes around via this sort of sideway. Basically stands next to you and said, "Greetings. It's been an eventful few days, so would say, wouldn't you?"
I imagine it's been more eventful for you than it has us, but yeah.
You're going to hurt yourself.
Very much so. But few kings get to celebrate the fact that they deal with civil war during their lifetime. As for me, I'm not entirely sure if this marks me as a success or a failure. Should I win this? My city is in turmoil, and I'm having to be snuck out of my own land in order to visit somebody who doesn't follow the same faith as me. I'm not sure if that reeks of desperation or genius.
History is written by the victor.
True, but I have to be the victor in order to win. Did you bring the beacon?
Do I still have the beacon in my inventory?
Yes.
Then yes, we do. Hi, by the way, I'm back.
Hi, Nat.
Excellent. Come with me then. And he leads you through the centre bit, and he leads you over to a woman who is dressed in a very not necessarily revealing outfit, but in contrast to how he's dressed, she's it is quite revealing. And she's also wearing what looks to be a wolf head as a headpiece.
Right
She's
on,
also covered
right
in
on.
various tattoos, but that are mostly consisting of green and red ink.
I don't
Cool.
know.
This is Ezin, the last druid of Aqua Veda. I must admit, to both my pride and shame, that my ancestors and, of course, myself have done our utmost efforts to wipe out her race from our lands. She is, as you might call, a druid.
Fascinating.
However, I thought it quite wise to keep at least one druidic force alive in my kingdom, just for this very such occasion, where normal magics and faithful tactics let us down. We must now turn to the old ways. If you would like to present her with the beacon.
I'll go give it to her.
Sure. She doesn't say anything as she takes it from you.
I kind of want to scowl at her hat and try and work out if I can put it in my bag.
Okay. So she goes over it and she starts talking in but a very weird sort of gobbledygoopy sounding language. Does anybody here speak Sylvan?
Not even a little bit.
I don't know.
Nope.
Okay. So none of you understand what she's what she's basically talking about, and so eventually she pulls down her wolf's headpiece to reveal that she actually has what looks like a bird nest growing out of her head. And she basically holds out this container with liquid in it, and she smashes herself over the head with it. Nothing happens to the beacon whatsoever.
Okay.
And she basically turns to the king and utters another series of frantic words in Sylvan, which none of you understand. And it seems she's a bit upset.
Hitting yourself with a bucket of water would do that to you?
Normally, I would agree. The druidic factions of Aqua Veda are somewhat strange. However, it appears to be the magical object itself which is upsetting her.
Okay.
Does she speak in common?
No, she doesn't. If you give me an insight check, actually.
Inside, I add -1, so that's 19.
Okay. You get the impression that she doesn't actually know how to speak Common.
Can she speak Draconic or Infernal?
Do you want to spew something out at her in that language to see?
Yes.
Okay. She looks at you with something resembling bewilderment, but then again, her face seems to be permanently like that. But she's got that, ooh, I'm crazy sort of look about her.
So, did she understand me?
She doesn't seem to, no.
Okay.
She lets out another series of angry rants, and then puts the beacon down on the stone table, and then folds her arms in a very stroppy manner.
Can I throw something at the beacon?
If you want.
I want to throw something at the beacon.
What do you want to throw?
Is there any? Can see if there's any stone. I'm going to pick up a stone off the floor,
Yeah, sure.
and I'm just going to sort of throw it at the beacon.
Okay, so as the stone hits it releases this almost sonar like ping, which echoes around
Can
the
I then
area.
watch her reaction to see if she does anything?
Unfortunately, Kelly, she doesn't have a beard.
It's let's figure it out upside down.
Artistic interpretation.
Right, so she basically hears this ping go around. She holds her ears as if she's hearing this substantially louder than you guys are.
Can I throw another one?
Okay, so can you give me a sleight of hand check, please?
Sorry, so I'm used to the computer.
You can take the mouse out of the desktop if you want.
Oh, so I'm just getting used to it. I got a 9 technically.
Okay, so unfortunately, she grabs your hand to stop you from doing it again.
But at least I got a reaction.
She lets out another stream of protest at the king and points at the beacon.
Okay. Can she So I'm guessing the king can understand her.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be completely at all fazed by the fact that she's speaking another language.
Okay.
Alright, I'll ask the king what she's saying.
She's saying that this is neither. I may have over-exaggerated the situation in order to get her to help us. I told her that this was an item of the darkest magic, and apparently that doesn't appear to be true. This isn't dark magic of any sort. It's actually water magic. Very innocent water magic.
Fireball.
You want to fireball the beacon?
Yes.
And
Okay, are you absolutely sure? Because fireball does have an explosion radius.
What's the other one?
don't.
What's the other spell I've got? I don't like water. I'm gonna kill the water.
You have firebolt, which is...
Can I do fireball to kill the water?
Oh, Christ.
Okay. Yep, you hit, and you do... You do 8 damage to it.
Yes.
The water seems to... It takes the hit, wobbles a bit, and then the water inside appears to pulse. But it's already blue and bright, but then it starts to pulse brighter, better than one brighter, and that starts getting faster and faster and faster.
Can I just lie on the floor and cry? I went to kill this water.
So the king takes a step back, and the guards also sort of rush in to sort of shield him from this. And the druid then starts shouting abuse at Tordon. and then starts wailing, covering her head with her hands as she goes over here. Do any of you want to do anything?
Is this thing about to explode?
You can give me insight on that if you want.
I would offer to help, but I'm sitting there crying because I haven't killed the water.
That's a 13.
While you weren't looking, the baby just snuck off with your phone.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but you don't think it's about to explode, but it is going to do something.
Can I
Okay.
hit it with a rock?
I'm just gonna stand my ground at it.
Okay, so the pulse. Oh, sorry. Does anyone want to do anything else before we carry on?
I'll take just a step back. You never know.
Okay, Lumber will also do the same. Marilla, do you want to do anything?
I'm gonna stay where I am. And I'll have my shield out in front of me, just to protect myself in case.
Okay.
No!
Okay, so the
Told them sound effects just then.
so the pulsing gets faster and faster and faster until it becomes practically constant, and then it just stops in the bright light form, and then you hear the ping again, and a gust of wind basically emanates from it, and a blue shockwave just emanates from it. But it doesn't send any of you backwards, it's just like a gentle breeze, but it just flies out really, really fast and illuminates the entire area.
I have the idea that we should probably try and chuck that into Red Paladin territory as soon as possible.
Before you do that, however,
The power end turns up.
hold on. So I've got all of the stuff all listed somewhere else, so bear with me.
Yeah, I finally threw the deal a curveball.
Oh, not again.
How are these things alive with no water?
They're summoned by the beacon.
But there's no water for them to appear from.
There's
And the
water
water must
underneath this
die.
place.
Yeah, but you basically established while you weren't here that there's underwater rivers.
Well, thanks for somebody for telling me.
Okay, so guys, if you'd like to roll initiative.
I don't take the blame for this because you did not
Christ.
inform me of all details. Therefore, that's not my fault.
You know, I considered stepping in front of the firebolt as well, but I add 1, that is 17 for me.
12 for me.
All from me.
So 4, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
McKelly?
14 as well.
And a lumber. 15. Okay, so right, so we've got the initiatives down. So very much in fashion of Loki appearing before Nick Fury in the first Avengers film, this guy basically just erupts out of the beacon and just lands on the table. He is very, very clearly not human. He is he's humanoid, but he's effectively a fish person. But
Kill the water.
but and ironically, he was made specifically for the guy Mark, who was going to be playing with us before we decided to leave. But
So you nicked his character as a back on.
but he's basically got gills and on his face. All of his hands and stuff are webbed, and his skin is a sort of cross between blue and gold. And he's got fins around his elbows, and his hair is actually made up of coral, and then has a big fin that comes out from behind it. These two guys look exactly the same as him, aside from the fact that they're covered in fish scales and appear to be wearing some form of armor. Then there's Then also around you, so I forgot to put all of them in. But
I am in a... No.
so, like the water elementals that you fought at the fortress, these creatures, whatever they are, they appear to be of a similar make, except that they're significantly smaller and snake-like.
Okay. And I assume the fella standing behind me is a myrmidon.
Yes.
Is it the same myrmidon who we previously kicked the shit out of?
They don't necessarily have any features about them, but it's more uniform than identical.
Damn, I wanted to know if he was scared of us or not.
I think that they didn't understand. Where are those guys coming from?
They've literally just appeared out of thin air.
They've
So
been
from
summoned
the
by the beacon.
Okay.
It's not like a question of like they've been formed out of something. They've literally, one minute they weren't there, and the next they were.
Like a fart.
Yes, exactly. Okay, one has appeared right next to the king, and the king doesn't have his sword drawn or has any of the his guards protecting him. Obviously, a myrmidon has appeared right behind Kashan, and your exit is blocked by these guys as well. So
Do they seem openly hostile?
yes, everybody here has their weapons drawn and is clearly game ready for combat.
Who's measuring my character?
The guy on the stone table, who doesn't appear to actually have a weapon himself, is basically just looking at you quite curiously, Kashan. And he basically says something in basically what appears to be an almost burp-like language. It's very, very low. Like you're hearing something being said from the bottom of a chasm.
Do I understand what he said?
Can you speak primordial?
I cannot.
Okay. Can anyone else speak primordial?
I don't really want to use my last 3rd level spell.
Well, I
to
didn't say
cast tongues.
well, I didn't say that you will, but you could.
I could, but I might need.
100%. Don't.
No, I'm not going to. I rolled a d20 to just decide.
Okay. He seems quite pissed off by the fact that you can't understand him, and then stands up on his on his legs because he was originally in a sort of crouching position, and then lets out this like searing, this warbling scream, and everybody moves into attack. So the fish people are going to move in first, and they're going to attack. This guy's going to attack this guy and oops, sorry. Yeah, he's just going to attack this guy, and this guy is going to attack the druid. They're armed with what looks to be like very brutal weapons made out of coral, by the way.
Oh.
Okay. Luckily, all their dice are d6s, so I don't have to roll that much. Okay. So. Okay. This guy's dead.
Wait, what?
Okay, and then.
Royal God. What?
Okay, and then. 11 + 3. Okay. Come on. Okay, so this guy manages to hit the druid, and she lets out a scream of pain as a really massive gash just appears across her chest. She's not down, but she's clearly very hurt. David, you're up.
I am fully just rushing this dude, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Assessing the situation, feeling like he's probably the biggest threat right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go up. Seeing that the dude behind us is already fallen, I'm going to straight away use a Giant's Might.
Yep.
Roaring as I go in at this guy, and then I will take some swings with my new axe and see how we do.
Okay, so who got the shield at the end? Sorry.
I think you gave that to Marilla, didn't you?
Mm-hmm,
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I took the axe. I think Marilla took the shield. Alright, so +8, so that's a 23 and a 24 to hit on my 2 attacks.
Yep, so both hit.
And then 2d12. No.
I'm getting my calculator ready.
Alright, so d12 +5, so that's 11 and 9, and I apply Giant's Might d6 to the first hit, which is another 6, so 26 in total.
Lovely.
The Giant's Might's not bonus action, so that's all I can do for this one.
Okay, that did do quite a significant amount of damage to him. And you can see a massive gash appears in his chest where your axe hits, and where he would normally bleed blood, he's bleeding this sort of bluish liquid, but that appears to have these little eggs in it.
I'm a little bit concerned by the eggs, but I just smile at him. I tower over him.
Okay. Right, so it's Lumber next. He is going to see the Royal Guard killed, and he's just going to rush straight at this guy. He's... might as well delete this body. Can someone remind me that the Royal Guard's body is there if they ever want to loot it?
Yep.
Okay. And then... Okay, so first off, he's going to go into a rage, and then he's going to two-handed hammer this guy in the face. Oops. Come on.
That's a square.
Right, so that was a solid hit, so he's going to get his first hit on him. So that's 13 damage. Plus 2. Plus Divine Fury, which does damage. Right, so in the first hit, he does a good 19 damage to this first guy. Right, so he's the red. And then with the second attack, he is going to do the exact same thing. Come on. Ooh, max damage, and he has killed this guy.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so that's all of his turns down. McKelly, you're up.
Hello. All right. So, I'd like to, I don't know. Well, I was either thinking to go up to those guys or here.
I am. What's wrong?
Right, sorry, McKelly, what did you say?
Nothing, I was just thinking. So, I'd like to move myself over here.
Yep.
And is a bonus action. I use a key point to summon my astral self.
Yep.
And everybody in a range of 10 feet needs to how I say it. Anyway, he needs to do a the dexterity check.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so the fish person succeeds, so does the water wizard, and the druid does the natural one.
Well, everybody I can see and then I can decide. So apart of the druid.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and after that, I'm gonna try to hit the guy that's attacking the druid.
Yeah, sure. He also passed.
Pardon?
He also passed.
Oh, okay, cool. Right. So it's just it's three normal attacks and the polearm. All right.
Yep, sure.
3 normal attacks are coming back now. So we've got a 25 to hit, a 16 to hit,
Mm-hmm.
and a, oh, for fuck's sake, an 11 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, everything except the 11 hit.
Beautiful. And the polearm to hit is 21.
Yep, that hits.
Right. And get out of my way. So we've got 11 and 9 is 20 plus 4. So 24.
24, okay. Right, so what damage was done to what?
Is everything towards the guys attacking the druids?
Okay. So that was 24 damage, yep?
Yes, in 3 attacks.
Okay, cool. Right, so as you basically ready yourself to attack,
Why is it?
these almost ghostly arms just explode out of your body and do the attack for you. And initially you're like, whoa, what the hell? Like, this has never happened before. And then so you almost get this almost inane understanding, and it's coming from your sash.
Wait, hold up. What do you mean?
And you suddenly realise that this isn't your normal way of fighting,
Ah, yeah.
but instead you feel like the presence of somebody else with you, like someone who has the exact same mental and physical disciplines that you do, but somebody that you've never met before. All of this is happening in the space of a few seconds, and then the attack sort of goes through.
Yeah, just like a realization, like, whoa, what? And
Yeah,
then,
pretty much.
yeah.
Okay, so is that all of your turns done?
Yes.
Okay, right, so the Myrmidon is first off going to attack this Royal Guard. Da-da-da. Okay, so it's 2 attacks hits, and then 7 damage. 12 damage. Okay. It's then going to use. It's then going to use its third attack on a lumber. And misses. Okay.
Like, cool.
So this guy is pretty badly injured. Right, Nat, you're up.
Don't you start me too, Cat. I am not in the mood. I'm ready to no comment. Steps. I'm going to use Agonar's Scorcher
Mm-hmm.
on that one.
Yep.
It needs to do a dexterity saving throw of 14.
Passed.
Right, so we roll dice. I rolled a 13, so it takes half damage, so 7.
Okay. 7 damage to it, yep.
Yeah.
And that's against the red.
Yeah, the one nobody seems to have attacked yet, and I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay. That's okay. Okay, so the guards are going to take their turns. So this guy is going to. These two are going to try and attack this water demon. Hit and a miss. Okay. And they do.
Too many units at once.
Is this thing resistant to? Yes. Okay. Blue does. Where is it? Okay. This guy is going to attempt an attack against the Triton and fails. Okay. So. Right, so now the guy in the middle is going to make his attacks, and he is going to focus entirely on you, Kashan. So, he makes a series of actions with his hands, and then suddenly these 2 blades appear in his hands, and they appear to be made of solid water, and he's just going to throw both of them at you. Does a 23 hit you?
I think that's a yes.
David?
Sorry, I was muted. 23 does hit me.
Okay. So. Yeah. Okay.
You can go to Daddy if you want to. But you need to be
Okay, that's 25 cold damage against you.
What?
So he misses with one, but the other one hits you, and as it hits you, it explodes in a big splash, and you just feel this utter freezing cold just creep up you.
Jesus Christ.
And then,
Alright.
then to add insult to injury, he's then just going to slam his hands together, and this whirlwind of cold just shoots out at you. However, because you recoiled because of the attack, it sails clean over your head.
No, that's mine. No.
Cool. Alright. Good stuff. Jesus.
Go make some pasta if you're hungry.
25 damage.
Go make some pasta.
Okay, so the king is going to take his turn and is going to attempt to. He's going to draw his sword and is going to attempt to attack the water creature that's attacking him. And just hit, ironically. And for once, a king who's not actually useless. And is done.
I am both shocked and appalled.
And does. He attempts to stab with it, but because it's water, it literally just sinks through it. It does seem to feel affected by it, but not by much. Okay. Charlotte, you're up.
Okie dokie. I am going to lose all my spells apparently and not figure out where anything is.
Do you have anything correlated to electricity?
No, but I do have something that might work. Okay. Is this guy giving us a lot of grief, or is it this guy who's doing worse? Who's giving us the most pain?
I will say that this guy hurt me.
Okay, I'm gonna... You've hurt him, haven't you?
I've dealt a decent chunk of damage to him, but he
Okay,
returned in
so-
kind.
That's fine. I'm gonna take a step forward, which might be dumb, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on him. Hopefully. Inflict Wounds.
That's right.
And I'm going to do this at 2nd level to hopefully do some more damage. That missed my dice tray. Oh, that's a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that is... Is this the one where it does more if they've already been hurt? No.
Isn't that something like Toll the Dead or something?
That's what I'm thinking of. This does 4d10 worth of damage.
Well, that's still potentially a chunk. Jesus. Bells, am I right?
Oh, wow, okay. Okay. That is 30 points of damage.
30, cool.
I maxed out on 2 of the dice.
Jeez.
And then bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Yay! Here we go.
I want it currently hovering just slightly above him, so he can't get it or accidentally hit it.
Okay. Is that all your turns?
That's all I'm gonna do, because I'm an idiot who's staying there.
Okay, right. the druid, in her infinite wisdom, is basically just going to slam both her hands together and is going to cast Thunder Wave.
Yes.
So everyone within 15 feet of her.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need to do Constitution saving throws.
Oof. Oh. I rolled a 1 in
No.
total. Yes. Boy.
Okay, if it helps, everybody except the red water creature all failed. So it's 2d8. Okay, so you take 7 damage, McKelly, as does everyone else.
Okay. I guess I've been pushed away as well, right?
I think so, yeah.
Could have been a lot worse, let's be honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, you're pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
Yep. So it's that. Okay. But yeah, that's all she's going to do. Okay. Okay, so back up to the top. Put with the fish people taking their move. But Kashan and Marilla, you realise that. Sorry, Kashan. When you made your first strike against him, he was bleeding quite badly, and then Marilla came in and did her inflict wounds. But now that he's had a few seconds to recover, you can see that the gash that you put into him, as it hasn't healed entirely, but very slightly. It's healed very slightly.
Oh no.
Wait, what happened? He healed himself?
I heal him?
He seems to be in the process of trying to heal himself.
I think it's more of a thing for him than something that either of us have done.
If you. I was gonna be so sad.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Okay, so back to the fish people's turn. So this guy's basically just going to flip back up to his feet. He's incredibly agile for somebody who doesn't technically have legs, and he is going to try and make 2 attacks against you, Turek. Does a 17 hit you? Okay. So he's basically just going to make a swing at you with his coral sword. So that's 9 points of damage from the sword. And as the blade makes contact with you, you feel tiny spines break into your skin, and you can feel poison coursing through your veins.
Ah, you bitch.
And you suffer an additional 6 damage of poison.
15 in total.
Okay, the other guy's dead, so... David, you're up.
Alright, I am fully aiming to try and take this guy out sooner rather than later. So I'm going to for my first attack this round, see how he feels about being stabbed with Padlin's javelin. Hopefully, if I hit him. 21 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And then my d6 plus 3.
You need to stop trying
And
to press buttons.
where it's my
Once it's
so
done
that's
that,
13 damage in total. 'Cause it's a d6 from Padwin's javelin, and my giants might activate on my first attack.
Okay.
And then plus the 3, so 13 damage to him.
Okay. The javelin does hurt him in that he's just been stabbed in the gut. In terms of anything else, however, nothing happens.
Okay. Well, seeing that it hasn't seemed to have changed anything in the situation, I'm going to go back to swinging at him with my axe instead.
no, I'm
Sure.
not gonna eat them, I just want to spit
So that is 19 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
No.
Cool. Plus 16 damage.
16, yeah?
Yep. And then I'm going to use my action surge. And I'm going to take another couple cracks on him. Action surge. Actually, no. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll use my action surge. I'll take one attack at him. That is 25 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and another 14 damage.
14, okay.
And then in lieu of my second attack, I am going to use my second wind to get some health back.
Okay.
Because that last hit hurt.
How much damage do you heal?
Heal 13 HP.
Cool.
Okay. And that is me all done.
Okay, so you unleash these barrage of attacks against him, and he takes them in no good fashion. He is incredibly fucked up to the point he actually falls off the table.
Good. This is good.
Okay, and as this happens, you hear a loud shrieking noise, and this water demon just suddenly disappears.
Oh. Alright, guys, focus fire.
Okay. Okay. But after it disappears, however, but water starts seeping across across the ground at very rapid speeds and gets in contact with his skin. He appears to have recovered some health as a result of this.
Oh. Not what I anticipated.
Okay, so right, so Liam's up next. He is just going to charge straight at the water myrmidon, and he is going to use his javelin of lightning. Bloody calculator. Right. Let's give it a good old-fashioned stab. Okay. Okay, so in terms of piercing damage, so you just go stab it right in its watery bits. So, how much damage? 10 damage.
Get him where it's dump.
Okay, and then he's going to unleash the charge from the javelin itself. So that's 4d6. 14. Hold on. And it needs to do a dexterity saving throw. Which it failed. Okay. Okay, that seems to have done quite a bit of damage to it, but it's still standing. So, he's then... not forgetting rage damage. Okay, so he's then just going to give it a good old-fashioned whack with his hammer. Da-da-da-da. 11 plus 2, 13 plus 4, 17. Da-da-da-da. 100, 17, 83. Okay, it didn't seem to like that one bit and has actually taken quite a fair bit of damage as a result of that. Okay, Michaela, you're up.
So I would like to use another key points to make flurry of blows.
Mhm.
So it's gonna bring it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks. Sorry.
Yep.
So coming right up. So I wanted to direct 3 attacks to the guy in front of me. How badly does he look?
He doesn't really look particularly battered.
Okay, I'm gonna direct 3 attacks to in front of him and 1 to the little thingy next to me. So the first attack to hit is 24.
Yep, that hits.
The second is 15.
Yep, that still hits.
16. The third.
Yep, that hits.
20. The fourth. And last one with the quarterstaff is 22.
Yep, they all hit.
Yes. Alright. So it's a total of 25 damages to the guy in front of me.
So this guy, yeah?
And sorry.
So 25 to this guy, yeah?
29. Because with the Astro Self I use the wisdom instead of the strength.
Okay, is that to
It's a
this guy?
+1. And last but not least,
Is that damage on this guy, Michaela?
yes,
Okay, right, he's dead.
beautiful. Last but not least, 5 damages to the water demon.
Okay. The weird red. Alright.
If question,
Yep.
especially to Manuela, if I move kind of next to you, are you able to heal?
Yes.
But if you're gonna heal me, you're gonna lose the turn.
No, I've got my spiritual weapon.
I can survive. It's fine. I'll save it.
No, I'll heal you because my spiritual weapon's bonus action.
Ah, all right. Well, I can still move myself over here. Right.
And I can get to you.
Okay, so is that your turn done, Michaela?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Myrmidon is now going to try and finish off the guard.
Am I in combat with this red dude right up there?
You're in range of it, yes.
But I'm not in combat with it, okay.
Right, so he is going to do his first trident attack.
And throwing yourself into a carrier bag of rubbish was a brilliant idea, why?
D6. So 10, 15. This guy is unfortunately dead.
Well, he lasted longer than his other guy, so.
He's then going to direct his other 2 attacks against the lumber. And misses both. Right. Okay, Nat, you're up.
I had originally planned something else, but just eavesdropping on everyone else's conversation, I'm going to quickly change what I'm doing. And
Mhm.
just find the spell. I'm going to cast Kill Bones on McCullough.
Okay.
He gets 11 health points.
Did you hear that, McKellar?
Yep. Thank you, Nat.
See, everyone forgets the lizard. The lizard's now going to sit down
No,
and sulk.
I don't. Well, it's fine. I'm sorry.
I'm going to sit down and sulk. Everyone assumes I just do the wrong thing.
No, I just see you as a leader of distraction, actually.
Okay. So, bonus action?
I can't really use bite as a bonus action, can I?
I'll allow it.
I don't think I can.
I'll allow you to.
Sure, I'm going to take a bite at the thing next to me.
Okay.
I'm not going to bite McKelly, no. I'm not going to bite McKelly. 14 hit.
Yep.
It took 1 damage.
Okay.
Better than 0.
True.
Oh, by the way, Nat, where's your specialization as a wizard?
Where's my what?
Your specialization, oh my god,
Specialization.
What is my specialisation?
Yeah, what score
Yeah.
are you?
I can't remember now because we have to resort my character out because it pooped up, didn't it?
I think at your School of Evocation.
I think I'm evocation instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, evocation.
Okay.
Why?
Because we never talked about it, so I didn't know.
Evocation. Originally I was in School of Necromancy, but for some reason that glitched on my thing and it wouldn't let me have any more spells. There were about 4 spells, which is why I was always using the same spell.
Oh, well, that thing happened. Okay, I got it.
So I had to reboot my whole character.
Got it.
Okay. Right. So you've done that. This guard is going to step in between the weird and the king, and they're both going to attempt their attacks.
No, she's in a biting mood. No, she's in a biting mood.
Alright, so. Okay, hit and miss. So that is. So 6 damage. Of course, my mouse goes to sleep now. Okay, right. 45, and then the other guy is going to attempt his attacks. Cool. Right. Can someone roll a d8 for me? I just dropped all my dice.
Yeah. 5.
No, just pass it. Just boy past it.
There we go.
That's a 5.
Thank you. And then. Okay, these guys actually seem to have this guy put fairly well in hand, because even though their attacks are just simply going through it, it does look to sound quite damaged. Okay. Guards. Right, so this guy, but seemingly surrounded by all of its by enemies, he is going to do a sword attack against you, McKelly.
Right.
Okay.
But you're not dead.
Oh. 5. Does a 22 hit you?
It does.
Okay, so. That's 24 damage to you.
I think McKinley might be dead.
Okay?
Yep. Yeah, I've got 2 points, 2 hit points left.
Okay. And
Yay.
then at Yukashan, he's going to attempt his ranged spell again. Which misses.
That is the best news I've had for a while.
Okay. He is then going to use his bonus action to move away from you. Nope, wrong way. This way. And he's basically going to try and make a break for this waterfall.
Did anybody get attacks of opportunities?
No, he disengaged. He disengaged.
Oh.
Alright. Okay, so this water thing is going to attempt an attack against you, Tordum. Oh, for God's sake, come on. I keep saying this, I need a third screen to manage all my different stuff. Okay, so that. And it's basically going to try and wrap itself around you, much like a snake would.
No.
That's 7 damage done to your barrel.
Okay. I don't know where the hell to put this from my barrels.
Don't worry, I'll do it. So, it tries to wrap itself around your barrel, but unfortunately, it can't get a good grip, and isn't able to get a hold of you at all. This one is going to attempt to attack the guard in front of it, in between him and the king. Okay, that actually did quite a bit of damage to him. He's successfully wrapped himself around this guard, and this guard is now constricted and restrained.
What's the situation on the druid? Has the druid done much?
The druid is just sort of cowering in the corner, just like muttering to herself.
Ah,
So
okay.
she's not actually doing anything.
Yeah, she did like a thunder wave spell to get people away from her, but she doesn't seem particularly interested in doing much fighting.
That bitch.
Fair enough.
Okay, this water creature is then going to move up and attempt to attack a lumber. So that's 7 damage to a lumber. Okay, a lumber is also constricted by this thing. But he seems a bit better off than this guy is. Okay, the king is going to attempt to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's now over here with a wall in between him and the combat. He's not going to do anything. Actually, he'll dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Charlotte, you're up.
Okie dokie. I am going to hop, skip, and jump around here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? That is a question. Which does more healing? I'm going to reach up and put my hand on Chiric's shoulder, and I'm going to heal him, hopefully.
Thank you, lady.
That is 10 points of healing, not much, just a little bit.
How much? Sorry.
10.
Mm.
And then I'm going to send my spiritual weapon over to here and try to get an attack on the guy.
Alright. He's got his back to you, so advantage.
Oh, nice. What do I add to the attack 6? Cool. That is a 20 unnatural to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And that is 6 points of force damage against it.
Okay. Can't see it. Okay. Right, you gonna do anything else?
Nope. I was gonna say something like, and I'll do some jazz hands.
Suppose you could technically move up to him and engage him in combat.
I can, but I've used both my actions.
No, but I mean you can like move up to him so that
Oh yeah.
he would then need to.
Boom. Hello. Hi, I'm here to kill you.
Next turn.
Hopefully.
If you don't kill me first.
Okay. The druid is going to actually abstain from combat and is just simply going to cower in the corner. So back up to the top is back to the fish people who are dead. So David, you're up.
Right, have I got a way I can just grab this guy and stop him from escaping?
1, 2, 3. Right, so you do have the movement to basically get up to. Right, so Marilla, does your spiritual weapon actually occupy any space?
That is a very good question. It is floating within range, so I'm
Okay.
guessing if it's above, then no.
So you could technically move to this square, or move the spiritual weapon there for the purposes, and you can then do whatever you wanted to do against him.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to let this guy get away, so I'm gonna come up and make some more slaps at him. Let's see. First one's gonna be with the axe again.
Yep.
Well, we're just gonna keep hammering away. We're hopefully gonna keep hammering away. Does a 17 hit him?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
This guy is basically topless, so if you get double digits, you pretty much hit him.
Alright, my man. You stick with the low armor. That's all good with me. Alright, so. Oh, no, plus 8 to the hit plus 5 damage. Alright, so 14 plus 5 from the d6 on my Giant's Might. So that's 19 on the first hit.
Okay.
I will keep going. That is 19.
Yeah, that hits.
So let's go again. And that is 15 damage on the second hit.
15, okay. Okay, again, that's done a lot of damage to him, to the point that he staggers over. And as he does, he's going to shout out in common, "Murad, help me!" Okay. With that, the water creatures just all vanish, with a shrieking noise, and the sky above you suddenly turns black.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so a giant creature just descends from this blackness and just lands on the table.
Jesus Christ.
The table just buckles underneath his weight. This guy is utterly massive, like good 12 feet tall. But he's dressed up in these black robes and is basically wearing a series of skulls on his face. This guy appears to have multiple faces, if that makes sense. Just like arranged so he's got sort of 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, and then 2 in front of him. But they all do what they do in unison. So when they blink, they all blink in unison. Whenever he talks, all of them talk at the same time.
Ooh.
He also has this etherealness to him as well. So that whenever he moves, you sort of see this sort of outline of what he did sort of follow him. So as if he's sort of like experiencing lag.
Okay. Cool.
So he basically straightens up. So, whenever he talks, you hear several echoes of his words, almost to the point that it's quite hard for you to hear him, is it? So, you seek to take away another one of my champions, do you? Though I must say, this one is particularly ineffectual. Do what you want with him. And you hear the lead fish guy go, "No, Murad, we had a deal." And then the demon turns on the spot. And he says, "I care not. Do what you want with him, but still, bring me their heads." And then he shoots off into the sky, and then 2 green sort of comets come crashing down, and you see the familiar sight of the black robed figures that you encountered before.
Alright. More swords to burn down.
Okay. Before we move on with this section of it, how is everyone doing for time?
Okay-ish. I mean, I have to be up, really. But if I guess it depends on how how long you're gonna be thinking of.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to keep going. I just want to know how everybody else is feeling.
I can stay half an hour more.
Charlotte?
Yeah, I'm okay for a little bit longer.
Awesome. Okay. Right, so carrying on from... I'm sorry, one sec. Okay, so carrying on from where we were, but it's Liam's turn. Now, he is now no longer constricted by the water demon, so he is just going to attack the Myrmidon straight out. So I don't need that anymore. Okay. So he is going to attack this Warhammer. He's then going to do a one-handed hit this time. So 12 plus 2 plus his Divine Fury, which is 4, so that's 18 damage in his first whack. 83 minus 18. Meh. Okay, then he is going to just attack with a hand axe, which he critted on. Lovely. And that's 14 damage from his hand axe. And then for a second turn, he's just going to repeat the process.
God dang.
Okay, so 9. Five plus 2. Okay, so he's just let out this barrage of attacks, and this thing is looking incredibly fucked up. Its armor is bent in, its trident is completely broken to pieces, and it's significantly smaller than what it was before. Okay. Right, McKelly, you're up.
Okay. Can you give a description of these new monsters that came through?
Okay, so but they're these black-robed figures which are clad in heavy armor. But you can't see any aspect of their faces because they're hidden by their hoods, but you can see two blood-red eyes just glowing out of the darkness of their hoods. They have these very lethal barbed swords, and they walk with enormous ethereal nature.
Okay.
You fought these things before.
Yeah, I remember now. But it was a long time ago. Anyway, I'm just trying to smash his head, honestly. I
Alright.
don't know which left. So I'm gonna use another key point to run up to 5 attacks again. All on him. Hold on. Okay. Yep. So we've got a 18 to hit,
Yep, that hits.
a 26,
Yep, that hits.
14,
Yep, that hits.
27, 17. So
Yeah, they
all
hit.
5.
They all hit.
Cool. Damage coming.
This is all against this guy.
Yes.
Alright.
All of them. Uh, 36 damages.
36 damage, yep.
That's the payback.
Alright. Right, this significantly knocked this guy back. He's not looking healthy at all. Well, he doesn't look healthy to begin with, but his bulk, as it were, is looking substantially weaker. Okay, is that all of your turns?
3PP. Yes.
Okay. So the Myrmidon is going to make all of its attacks against the lumber. And unfortunately hit on all of them.
Oh no.
Okay. So that is... plus 23 damage, half that. No, wait. Right, okay. Come on, get out of the way.
You got some pistol in the fridge? No, that's too late.
23, and then another 50. Okay, so Alumba is not looking healthy at all.
On it.
To the point that his skin is actually turning blue. So it's basically just let loose the stab slash against Alumba, and each attack appears to have done some like cold effect against him. Okay, so who's next? Okay, so Nat is going to unleash her wand of magic missile, and she's going to use all of the charges on it.
That is probably a good shout.
So that's 10 d4s. So that's 37 damage as these 10 missiles just streak across the field and just obliterate this guy.
It's okay.
He is literally on his last leg, so one of his arms has actually been blown off. Okay, what's she do with the wand? Okay, roll d20. Lovely. Okay, right. Okay, so that was Tordum's turn. Okay, so the guards are going to attempt to chase after the king. Oh, I rolled initiative for the demons actually. 18.
Fine, I mean, they don't need to go.
Okay, but right, they'll take their turn now because unfortunately they got an 18, which means they should have gone first. So he's going to. They're both just going to. But this one is going to charge straight at you, McKelly, and is going to dive right through you.
Oh,
Yeah, they do that.
I forgot.
1d10. You take 3 necrotic damage.
Okay.
He's then going to turn and do 2 sword attacks against you. Does an 18 hit you?
It does.
Okay. 2d. That's 14 damage against you.
Well, guys, I see you in paradise.
Are you down?
I am.
Alright.
Don't worry, I can save you.
Okay, then this one is going to attack Morella.
Come at me.
It doesn't have the sort of leg up in order to jump through you, so it's just going to do the attack against you. Does 17 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. And unfortunately, you are flanked.
Oh no.
1, 2,
Wait, does 17 hit you?
9.
Yeah, just. It's my AC.
Darn.
Okay, so that's 12 damage it's done to you.
Wow.
Yeah, rolled quite shittily, so you got away with that one.
I got away with that.
Okay, right, so that's the demon's turn done.
Black pepper as well.
The word. Alright, so the wave mark guy is going to attempt to fight his way out, so he's going to make 2 of his water blade attacks against you, Kashan.
Let's go.
I take a 26, 226s hit you.
God damn it. I mean, no, not that. I'm definitely resistant to whatever bullshit this is.
5. Okay, so that's 15 damage against you on the first hit.
What? One more? You got more? Why?
11,
How much plus you could put? You
15.
put
And then 24 on the second hit.
And then 24 on the second hit.
Yep.
tequila.
Are you resistant to cold, by the way?
No, I'm not resistant to cold. I am
Okay.
resistant to fire.
Right.
I am also very close to being down.
God, no. I don't have any diamonds. You can't die. I can't do revivify yet.
Wait, did you say you're down?
I'm very close to being.
Okay.
Okay.
I do have diamonds.
you
You
say
have
from
diamonds?
you say from your unconscious state. You just
Pick up-
you
hey, I do have
just suddenly
diamonds.
stand up. Actually, I have diamonds, and the guy's like, "Shut up! You're
You
supposed to
have
be dead."
diamonds? Oh.
And the shadow demon's just like next to you. Shut up! You're supposed to be dead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. She's sleeping.
As soon as I sit down.
Yeah. Okay. He is then going to use his bonus to disengage from you, and is going to try and jump into this pool. Now, does he get anything for athletics?
The fuck is this kid
What are
thing?
these things in shadows?
Sorry?
What are these shadowy things?
Right, so he basically, sensing that he was being overwhelmed, called out for a guy, Murad, to help. Murad then descended down onto the table, basically said that he was on his own, but summoned 2 of the shadow demons that you'd faced before,
Okay.
and they've basically taken you by surprise and have attacked you guys.
Okay. And Michaela's dead.
Down, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that he felt the need to give us a quick attack before he jumped off the freaking waterfall.
Yes, he gets +3 to athletics. Unfortunately, he failed. He misses the pool completely and hits the ground. So he then takes 7 bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Ah.
How's he looking?
Dead.
Yes.
That is the best news.
Not entirely sure I've actually given you experience for that.
Let's be honest, all the work. We'll flavour it. I pushed him.
I feel like him.
Okay, so that's his turn.
As I'm keeling over, I push him just enough so that he doesn't hit the pool.
Right, so the king is basically just going to continue on his way, but as he sees this guy just like fall and collapse onto the floor, he's going to deviate slightly and go, leaving his guards behind, unfortunately. Right, Charlotte, you're up.
Okie dokie. Okay. Oh god, this is gonna me over slightly. I'm going to move, probably provoking many attacks of opportunity. I want to go there, and then I'm gonna go. Shanow.
Okay, so that only actually triggers 1 attack of opportunity.
Oh, nice. I'll take it. I
Because
hope that it doesn't hurt me too bad.
this guy is still dealing his death to but because basically they're it's really weird. These creatures, them jumping through you, it actually counts as their reaction for some reason.
Ah, that's very
So-
nice. I'll take that. I don't mind that.
Okay, does a 16 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
All right, so you're clear on the first one, and the second one was a nat 1. So yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna kneel quickly down onto the ground, and I'm going to draw the holy symbol of Lyria onto Turek, and I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying. So it means they are now stable.
Yep.
And don't have to do any death saving throws.
Sure.
Doesn't mean they're conscious yet, but it just means they're not dying anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And
Thank you.
then I'm going to 20 feet's not much. Okay, then my spiritual weapon's gonna whip around and try to collide with the demon guy.
You alright?
It's not gonna hit, it's an 11.
Is that plus anything?
That is plus everything.
No, that's a shame. Wait, do you have inspiration?
Yes, I'm going to use inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better, that's a 22.
Alright, yeah, that hits.
Cool. Ah.
The roll of 1 now.
1d8, 1d8. Ah, that was crap. That's only 4 points of force damage.
Okay, it's still something. And oh, sorry, that was against the blue one. Did you say?
Yes.
All right. Okay, is that your turn done?
Yes.
Okay. Druid once again is going to abstain. So back up to the top. It's the demon's turn. But this one is going to engage you, Kashan. Again, he doesn't have a leg up in order to jump through you, so he's going to make 2 sword attacks against you. Ah.
Did you just kill Kushan?
I think so. He unfortunately critted.
Oh,
I should have
definitely down.
healed you.
That wouldn't have mattered if he crit me. I was on literally 1 HP.
That's
Oh,
26
no.
damage against you.
I am very dead.
Okay.
Did you
Well, I'm
know
not
the
entirely- I mean, I'm
intensity
down.
party in this?
No.
I need to change the music on in the background.
If you wake that
On the
baby
plus
up, I will
side-
throw you out the window.
On the plus side, not the first one down in combat. That guy owes me money.
That's true, yes.
Oh my god!
Michaela, you saved Kashan a fuckload of gold.
Actually, I had a technicality of going out missing. The Royal Guard went down first, but
Oh, true, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm glad you
what
did.
was it?
'cause I
100
forgot.
gold.
If I had
Yes.
knew where my notebook is, it's in there. It even says how much was challenged.
It was 100 gold, wasn't it?
Something like
I
that,
think
yeah.
it was, yeah.
Where my red notebook is, it's written in there.
Mm.
So he owes you money.
Yeah.
He owes me money. And that is my
How
last
much do you
words
want
as
to
I
bet
fall
he's gonna turn
unconscious.
around and say he wasn't there to witness it, so therefore it doesn't apply.
Okay, then this one is going to make an attack against Tordon. And both of them fail. Okay,
At least
so...
something's swinging my way today.
Okay, David, death saving throw, please.
Yo,
Oh, please don't fail.
that is a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah!
nice! So you have 1 HP.
Yay!
Okay, right, so I generally do death saving throws as a free action, so you get your turn.
Alright, Oh, alright, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
No.
So I've got 1 HP, the dream. Alright, what can I do? Is the question. Why is my scrolling not working?
Yeah, normally it's meant to be at the end of your turn, but I always find that really stupid because you can basically get an at 20 to get 1 hit point, and then chances are you then get hit again straight away, so there's no point in you doing it. So that's why I do it that way.
For some reason, my mouse wheel isn't working. That's interesting. Right. Well, I mean, I guess my best bet is to just. Is there anything that's going to be sort of beneficial? No, it's ability checks. Well, I'm just going to take some smacks at this guy and.
Any particular
Fine.
weapon you're going to use?
200.
Did the javelin do extra damage from last time? Would have been.
I was activating the.
I can't even. I'm just gonna hit them with the axe. I'm gonna keep it
Okay.
civil. Just gonna put all my effort in again. Hit them twice.
A little bit of it.
That is 26 and
The cold.
21 to hit.
Yeah, both hit.
Can you roll D12? 7 and 8.
Random question that when I went out, did you take my turn?
Yes, you use your
That's-
magic missiles. Wand.
25 damage.
Okay, 'cause it's not marked on here.
25 damage. You need to refresh it. Alright, congratulations. You can describe the kill for me.
I'm going to be very heavily labouring on my axe, and in a final gasp, just going to actually just fall and crush the dude while in my giant spike form.
So you hear
Can
that
I
there's, you hear this
like,
piercing
anything?
shriek come from underneath it, and something non-corporeal just flies off into the sky.
Good. This is good. Can I hear anything from these swords after being attuned to, like, the one that we took last time?
Sorry, I missed that.
So I obviously attuned to the last one, and it was all, like, evil sounding.
Yeah.
Whenever I used it. Can I hear anything from these swords, or is it specifically just the one that I was attuned to?
But the sword isn't really saying anything to you, but then you sort of click it and it really says things to you when you wield it.
Okay.
Okay, anything as bonus action?
No, I've got pretty much nothing left.
Alright. Right, so Liam is going to continue his bludgeoning of the Myrmidon.
I was in the heal. I'm sat here wondering why my mouse wheel isn't working, and I was accidentally clicked into the health box, and it was really just scrolling my HP up and down.
Okay, unfortunately his first attack doesn't work. Neither does his second, so he's going to have to try and rely on his... Yeah, unfortunately, Alumba's injuries are getting to the better of him, so he only manages to do 1 hit, which he is going to channel his Divine Fury through. So that's 10 plus... Still has a good bit of damage. He does 18 damage to it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
B is still shouting over to you, a little help over here, please.
Completely unacceptable. I'm busy being dead.
Yeah, right. Michaela, you're up. Or are you?
I'm actually down.
Alright, so he's stabilized, so...
Yeah.
So does that mean he gets advantage on his save throws or something?
Oh, okay. So
Okay,
I still need to go for the.
I've actually completely forgotten what stabilize does. Give me a sec. Okay, so I will allow you to do put a death saving throw to see if you wake up on a nat 20, but otherwise you're just unconscious.
How does it work stabilizing? Just for
Right, so you've been stabilized, which means that you're at 0 HP, but you don't require to do any saving throws. But it basically means that you're unconscious for a full. Let me roll d4. But you're still going to be unconscious for about 4 hours, unless someone can actively revive you.
I'm getting there.
So yeah, you can. I'll let you do a death saving throw to see if you can wake yourself up. But you'll only do that on a nat 20.
Okay. Aha! 4!
Aw.
It was close to the 20, so yeah, getting close.
I
That
thought you got it
enthusiasm
then.
was not where I expected that to go.
Okay, right, so the Myrmidon is going to continue his bludgeoning of Alumba. And misses all 3 of them.
Thank God.
Okay, Nat, you're up.
I was just about to start singing "We All Go Down Together."
Right. So is Michele still down?
Right, he's stabilized, but
Don't think about me. Just take down the monsters.
I was just trying to work out who's what and where, trying to catch up. And then
Okay,
I'm
so-
fighting the one with the red one.
right, so
Is
yeah,
in combat with me.
yeah. So the red one, you're in his combat zone. He isn't. Oh yeah, he has
He's
made.
attacked me. So
Yeah, he has made an attack
Okay.
against you. Yes.
Um,
But the one fighting Kashan is dead. It's just like a heap of rags on the floor. But Alumba is fighting the
so
Myrmidon.
it's the one that I'm fighting, and the Myrmidon is what was left.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, I'm just going to spray some acid in his face. He needs to do a dexterity saving for a 14.
14. Okay.
I'm gonna just spray some acid in.
I should never cast that. It just won't be weird.
Yeah, you pass that.
He takes. He wants to roll 22 damage.
All right.
But he's not covered in acid.
Okay.
It just sort of hurts him and then flows off.
Okay.
Yeah, he did do that.
Sorry, my thing's just being weird. Bear with me. Okay.
He's
Right.
taking 22 damage.
Anything else?
That was one action, so I don't have anything else I can do.
Okay. Come on. Right, so the guards continue chasing after the king, who is then going to continue going for to hit this guy, and he's going to try and investigate the corpse. To no avail. And Charlie, you're up.
Okay. Why is 25 not divisible by 3? This makes life very annoying. Okay. I am going
So
to.
So Frank then appears next to you and says, "It can be if you wish for it, darling."
No! I don't even want to know what that means.
And so you can see that he's just covered in slime.
Yeah, please step away. Why did I not prepare healing word? I didn't. Okay. Hey guys, I can water walk, but I can't bonus action heal people. That's really useful. Okay. I am going to.
Take down
Use
the water demon.
Pardon?
Take down the water demon that's fighting Olumba, so Olumba is free to go elsewhere.
Okay.
The shadow demon's
Are
like,
you
shut up,
okay
you're
to stay
supposed to be
down
dead."
another round?
Yes.
Cool.
Rocky
Thank
is
you
a
for
monk
telling me this
of
telepathically
dead,
because you're
so
currently
technically
unconscious.
you could.
I'm going to use Channel Divinity, and I'm going to give 13 HP to Alumba, 12 HP to Kashan.
Hey, all right.
Okay, so give me a minute. Alumba's page is frozen. Right, so 13 healing to Alumba.
Yep.
That's 23. Right, he's looking much happier now.
Okay. And then I'm going to fling my spiritual weapon there. Can it hit the big boy?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to spin and whiz, hopefully, into the big boy. With a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Awesome. That is 8 points of damage to the big boy.
Alright. Okay, it's practically on its knees. If it had knees.
And then I'm gonna go Alumba!
Alright. Druid once again is going to abstain. So the demon is going to attack Natalie again. I love attacking my wife, it's so much fun.
Is that why you wound the baby up so she wound me up today?
Wind her off. Okay, both of those. Because I fear for my life, both of those miss.
I'm black man.
Okay, David, you're up.
I'm gonna roll myself off of this guy that I've
Mhm.
just crushed my entire body with. I'm gonna peer over the edge and check that that guy's dead. I assume the king is kind of like just prodding him with a sword or something.
Yep.
I'm gonna be
Anything-
very like out of breath and just be like, "I'll be right down."
Anything more detailed than that will require an action.
No, that's it. I'm just gonna shout down, and be like, yeah, wait there, wait up, I'll be right down. And I'm gonna saunter over to this guy, take some swings, hopefully take some damage off of him.
Okay, you are flanking, so with advantage.
Ooh. Hey. Alright, good job we had advantage because the first roll was a 3. 13 plus 8. 21 to hit.
Yep.
And then for the second one we crit. After a 3 again. So advantage doing work. Right, so 2d. Right, I'll roll the non-crit one first.
Sure.
That's only 9 damage on that one. And then, it'll be 15 on the second one, so 39 damage in total.
Lovely. This guy is looking particularly battered. In the way that black robed spiritual creatures usually do.
And,
It's got a
that's
health
me,
bar over his head, and it's gone down to about a third.
Good. This is good. I'm breathing a little easier thanks to thanks to some health coming my way, but still breathing a little heavy.
Okay. But Liam is now renewed with his vigor, is going to try and cast his final blow against this creature.
Don't tell me you miss.
Nope, just hit. He's going to go for a two-handed hit.
He slightly second guessed himself as he got that. Nah, I'm gonna do it.
That's 8 plus. Right, so he did 11 damage, and that is just enough to kill this thing. So he basically just does a massive two-handed strike, and as he does, he channels his divine fury into this blow and whacks it so hard it just completely evaporates into water and turns into a massive armor-clad puddle on the floor.
Will it fit somebody, eller?
Yeah, man.
And then he's going to over Michele Torden, so Turik's unconscious body. He's going to throw one of his axes. Doing 5 damage to this guy.
Nice.
Alright.
For a second, it's about to hit me.
Right, Michele, you're up again. Or are you?
You mean down?
Yeah.
Well,
You're
I'll
borderline.
try to roll my 20. Ah, 17, quite close.
Ah. Okay.
So he doesn't die, does he?
No, he's just stabilised, but he's unconscious. And he will be for the next 4 hours unless someone heals him.
I'm getting there.
Okay, so Myrmidon's down, so Nat, you're up.
Finish him.
I was just pausing because I thought I heard the kids and I was thinking, like, please, no, just no. I could be really mean, just put Christine down.
Sleep.
I'm just trying to see what if we've got any other close combat spells that might do any better damage. I don't think I do. I think that is probably the best one to use. Yeah, can I say I can have a saving throw of 14, please? Dexterity.
Failed.
Failed. Right, he takes when it wants to tell me 21 damage. Acid damage, if that helps.
Describe the kill.
Oh, okay. I was about to say he just. Do you know the Wicked Witch in Wizard of Oz?
Mm.
After she gets covered in water, it plunges just a little molten bubbly pool on the floor. And then I'm just sort of going to use my tail to move Michele out of the
Thanks.
Alright,
If
guys.
he really dies, can I eat him?
Ask him.
That was genuinely asking.
Michele, if you die, is Natalie allowed to eat you?
Oh, so you weren't joking about it? Well, I'm kind of fatty, so I don't know if I'm your type or not.
I'd like to stop it before it happens by casting a 2nd level Cure Wounds on you.
Well, until we're sure that Turek is out of danger, which technically is because he's stabilised, but I will allow you to take your turn. To cure him if you want.
Don't you start pressing buttons on that clock tap. I've heard that from Aya.
Charlotte?
I would like to give him. I can't do maths very well.
I'm
Hang
not
on.
sure.
What's 12 plus 5?
12 plus 5 is
17.
17.
17 HP back to him.
Yes!
Okay.
Ah,
Right, guys, congratulations, you've won this battle.
It was really hard.
that was dicey for a little.
Considering I don't think he actually had it planned.
Well, I had something similar to this planned, but I didn't realise you do so well against them.
Do you think we did well? I don't know, I've not been around. So.
200 plus.
I mean, 2 of us did go down. 1 of us was kind of close.
I'm still at, like, out of 38, I'm at 26.
I can't see my health. I've got a thing in the way.
I think I took just over 102 damage.
I don't. Did
Wow.
I take any damage?
No, I don't think you did. No,
I'm still at 27.
your barrel did. That's,
7 damage to the barrel.
Well, the barrel took a whole 7 damage.
Well, from my point of view, it was nice to see a battle from another point of view, which is down.
You enjoying the view of put Marie the skirt or something.
Right, but yeah. Sorry, lady.
Okay. Right, so in total, you guys gain 12,700 XP. So divide that by the 5 of you. 2,540 XP.
Hey. How much?
2,540.
540.
That's a level up.
2,540 XP. That's cool.
2,540.
What do I get from level 6? I didn't even look. I wasn't expecting to. I wasn't expecting this to be a combat.
I don't think Matt was expecting us to be in combat at this point.
No, this was a combat situation, just not one so dramatic.
Oh, so you fully intended for me to just do what I did anyway?
Well, I was expecting you to basically go off against this guy, beat him, and then he would escape and dive into the pool, but I didn't realise he'd miss, because he's got like a plus 12 to his athletics. So
Oh my.
he needed a 14 in order to jump into the pool, and I was like, no, he'll be fine, he's got this, and he rolled shittily and missed. So
Oh my. Ooh.
okay, so what do you guys want to do, aside from sorting out your level up?
I kind of need to go.
Okay, sure. We can end this here for this session if you want.
If we could do, yeah, that'd probably be best for me as well.
Alright. Well, congratulations for reaching level 6, and in a... yeah, and well done for actually surviving. I can actually say that with pride. Next time I'll throw something more dangerous at you.
Really need to get some diamonds though. Getting stressed.
Honestly, I do have some diamonds in my inventory.
Yeah, you took them from the cave, and I was like, do you want to give them to anybody? And you're like, nope.
I was wondering why that seemed so noted when you said it.
Well, to cast Revivify, I think I need like
On my profile.
a lot of money's
Well,
worth of
everyone's
diamonds.
so-
Hang on, let me have a look.
Yeah, let me quit yours then.
I mean, I completely forgot that I had stones in my inventory. I was just thinking to sell them and make money out of it, honestly. But if you need some diamonds, I mean,
Why do you
shit.
think I'm hoarding all the armor?
Yo, I don't know. That's
I'm
I've got three
I'm
diamonds.
hoarding it so I can sell it so I can buy diamonds. Revivify, I need diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
I've got 3 diamonds worth 5k each.
Oh, wow.
Do you think one is enough?
Maybe.